Good morning, my friends. So, welcome you all to our channel Board and Beyond. So, today what we are going to learn is we are going to deal with polynomials. Lecture number 7A. A stands for assorted, right? So, before we actually start the session, let me give you a few golden rules which will be actually helpful to you in your understanding about polynomials, right? So friends, let's do one thing. I'll take three polynomials, right? Namely f of x, g of x and h of x, right? So what I am saying is, let us say g of x and f of x is a factor of the polynomial f of x, right? So f of x, okay, g of x, yeah. So let's try to understand. Let me write it on the board. Okay, if g of x and h of x is factor of f of x, then so these two, g of x and h of x is a factor of f of x, right? Then what happens is g of x into h of x is also a factor of f of x, right? This is 1. So you are able to get this, my friend. What's happening here is, if g of x and h of x is a factor of polynomial f of x, then the product of the two factors will also be a factor of f of x, right? Okay. Now let us say g of x is a factor, so some constant into g of x or some constant into h of x is also a factor. This is point number 2. Okay, so it depends upon the constant you take. So how big you take the constant. So if you take a bigger constant, then the value will be in fraction, but it will be divisible, right? Okay. Now what happens is, another important thing, g of x plus h of x is not, I am writing it in bold, not a factor of f of x. Similarly, g of x minus h of x is not a factor of f of x. So these 1, 2, 3, 4, you are able to see this? Let me just briefly explain you this, right? So let me first summarize what did I say. So if g of x and h of x is a factor of f of x, then g of x into h of x will also be a factor of f of x. Okay? Then constant into g of x or constant into h of x is also a factor of f of x, right? Then g of x plus h of x, that means when you add the two factors, it may or may not be the factor of a originally polynomial, right? May or may not be, generally not. If you subtract the two factors, then the resulting polynomial may or may not be a factor of the original polynomial. Okay. So to understand this, I'll take a very simple constant. Like I'll take an example of a constant. I'm not going to take a polynomial, so that we don't waste much of our time. So let us say f of x is equal to 24, my friends. So what does it signify? Let's say g of x is equal to 6, h of x is equal to 4. Right. Now we clearly see that g of x is a factor of f of x, h of x is a factor of f of x, because both are divisible. Now just go here. Okay. So g of x into h of x, how much does it yield to? This yields to 24. I hope it is visible on the board. Yeah, okay. So 24. Now we can say g of x into h of x is a factor of f of x. Now let's say some constant into g of x. Some constant into g of x. Let us say the constant is 2. Okay. So some constant into g of x. 2 into 6, that is 12. So this term is coming up to 12, taking 2 as constant. 12 is again divisible. Okay. Now constant into h of x. Let's say again that 2. 2 into 2 is 2 into 4 is 8. Again a factor, right? Now we will take g of x plus h of x. Okay. So 6 plus 4, how much does it come to? This is coming up to 10, right? 6 plus 4. Now you see 10 is not a factor of 24. Correct? Now you say g of x minus h of x, that is 6 minus 4, that is equal to 2. Okay, 2 is a factor of 24, but in all the situations this is not going to hold good. You can try with a different example at your time, right? So I gave you a brief concept here. If any one of you want to take a snapshot or want to take a screenshot for this, please take it now. I'm going to wrap it off. Okay, friends. I'll wrap it off. Sorry. Now we will move on with the first problem, right? Okay. If x is equal to 2 by 3, okay, and x is equal to minus 3 are the roots of the quadratic polynomial ax square plus 7x plus b. Okay, we are expected to find the value of a and b. The question is, if x is equal to 2 by 3 and x is equal to 3 are the two roots for this polynomial f of x, we are expected to find the value of a and b, right? So we know two roots here, dear my friends. So what we understand from the previous examples, that alpha plus beta is equal to how much? Minus b by a, right? So alpha plus beta from this side is 2 by 3. Let's do it here. 2 by 3 minus, plus of minus, so minus 3, which is also equal to 2 minus 9 by 3, which is also equal to minus 7 by 3, right? So it should be equal to minus b by a. So minus b is nothing but is equal to minus 7 by a, right? So if we try to solve these two things, okay, so this and this cancels here, so a is equal to 3. You're getting my point? So a is equal to 3. We have got a now. Now we need to find out b. Okay. So what do? We do alpha into beta. Alpha into beta is how much, my friends? C by A. Right? So alpha into beta is equal to C by A. We know alpha is equal to 2 by 3 plus, into beta is nothing but minus 3 is equal to C by A. So in our case, B by A is nothing but B by A. Okay? You are getting my point? So this and this cancels, minus 2. Minus 2 is equal to B by A. And just now we found out that A is equal to 3. So minus 2 is equal to B by minus 3. So 6 is equal to B. So B is equal to 6. So we have found out value of A is 3 and value of B is 6. So the original equation is something like this: 3x square plus 7x plus 6. Right? Okay, friends. So let's move on to the next one. Okay. So the next question says that find out all the zeros for polynomial 3x raised to power 4 minus 15x cube plus 13x square, okay, plus 25x minus 30. If two of its zeros are two zeros, that is, one is alpha is equal to root 5 by root 3 and beta is equal to minus of root 5 by root 3. Right, friends? So the question is, please pay attention here. The question is, for this biquadratic polynomial, we are expected to find out all the roots when two of its zeros or two of its roots are given as root 5 by root 3 and minus root 5 by root 3. Okay. Little lengthier sum, okay, but it will give you a concept you can carry home, right? So this and this are the two factors, signifies that x, this also implies that x plus, in the first case it will become minus x minus root 5 by root 3 and x minus, now it will become plus. Are you all there with me? It is of the same concept that if alpha is one of the root of a polynomial, then x minus alpha is a factor of the polynomial. We have discussed it earlier, right? So I am using the same concept here. Okay. So as I told you, which I said you to take a screenshot, the first point was that if this is one of the factor, if and this is another factor, then the product of two factors will also be a factor of this biquadratic polynomial, right? So we'll do a product of this. This is of the form, my friends, a plus b into a minus b. You can see here a minus b into a plus b, which is nothing but a square minus b square. So which gives me x square minus 5 by 3. What I have done is that I have done square. So both the square roots gets cancelled. Okay. Fine. Clear? Which is equal to, after taking LCM, 3x square minus 5 by 3. Okay. Now we have arrived to a conclusion that this is a factor of this. Okay. Now let us say I gave you another point also. If this is a factor, then this multiplied by a constant will also be a factor. Correct? So, in that sense, we can say that 3x square minus 5 is a factor. Is a factor for the original biquadratic polynomial. Okay? I hope everybody is catching up, right? So now we'll just use this and rub off the other things, okay, because we need space on the board. Now see what happens here. 3x square minus 5, right? Let's use that. What I am going to do now is that I am going to divide. I am going to use the division algorithm. Okay. So 3x raised to power 4 minus 15x cube plus 13x square plus 25x minus 30. I am going to divide it with 3x square minus 5. This is what we got here. Okay, let's do that. So this is x square, right friends? So x square is nothing but 3x raised to power 4, and this leaves me with minus 5x square. Am I right? Because it's only a constant term here. Okay. So please be careful. As I said in the last class, please match the power and then write the values. If you don't do that, you are likely to get into trouble. Okay. So if I write this minus 5x square here, then I am into trouble. Please don't do that. Okay. Right? Now I need to basically eliminate this. So to eliminate this, first I write minus 5. So if I take minus 5, that leads to minus 15, and then I need x cube, so I need x, right? So what happens is this becomes minus 5x cube, correct? Now this leads to plus 25x, okay? So I write here. Oh, sorry, I need to bring it down. Okay, plus 25x. You're getting my point now? So what's happening here? It was 3. Right. Okay. Plus minus. So this cancels and this cancels. I am left with 18x square, okay, and minus 30. You are getting my point? This I have brought it down. Now just look here, my friends. I need to eliminate this. So for this I need to put 6 plus 6. Yeah, that's it, I guess. 18x square minus 30. So minus plus this and this, right? So this is my another factor. Okay. So I'll just rub off the division part of it, and I'll just use this. Okay. So what's happening here, my friends? See, I have got the first factor 3x square minus 5, and the second one which I have got is x square minus 5x plus 6, right? I'll try to factorize this, my friends. Break it further. So this is x square minus 6x plus x plus 6, right? Product is 6x square. So this gives me one second. 6x square. This is minus 5x minus 5x. Sorry. The product it is plus 6, but it is giving me minus 6. I don't want that. Okay, so this factorization is wrong. So let's do that. This is equal to 6x square, right? I can break it into 3 and 2x, right? So minus 3x minus 2x. Now this is right, because when we multiply this, I get it plus 6x square, product of the first and the last term. When I add this, I get this value. Okay, so for your benefit, let me write it a little bigger, so you will not be able to see. So x square minus 3x minus 2x plus 6, right? So taking x common here, this leaves me with x minus 3. Taking minus 2 common here, x minus 3. Right? So this is nothing but x minus 2 and x minus 3. Correct? So what we have, what is that? Finally what we have got, my friends? We have got 3x square minus 5 is as one factor. Okay. Then we have got x minus 2 another factor. Then we have got x minus 3 another factor. Okay. Now can this be written? This is a square minus b square. I can make it like this. Let's see. Root 3x square, root 3x whole square minus root 5 whole square. I'm just trying to expand it. Okay. So this is of the form a square minus b square, which says that it should be equal to a plus b into a minus b. Right. So root 3x plus root 5 as one of the factor, root 3x minus root 5 as another factor, x minus 2 as one more factor, x minus 3 as one more factor. Right? Now I have broken it into the maximum lowest possible form. So equating, so this is equal to 0, right? Now to find out the value of x, we must equate each term with equal to x, with 0, and then find the value of x. So equating the first term to 0, we get x is equal to minus of root 5 by root 3. Equating the second term to 0, we get x is equal to root 5 by root 3. Right, friends? Are you all able to grasp it? X is equal to 3. So you see, these are the 4 roots wherein this and this was given to you here earlier, right? And these are the 2 new roots, right? So all the 4 roots are minus root 5 by 3. Sorry, it is root 3. Minus root 5 by root 3 plus root 5 by root 3, x is equal to 2 and x is equal to 3 are the 4 different factors for this biquadratic polynomial. Okay, right. There was no much difficulty, so I just rub it off. Let's move on to the next one. So next question says that if 2 zeros of the polynomial, let us say, let's have okay, fine. So 2 zero of the polynomial f of x is equal to x raised to power 4 minus 6x cube, okay, minus 26x square plus 138x minus 35. And what else is given? It is given that the 2 zeros of the polynomial are 2 plus root 3. So alpha is equal to 2 plus root 3, right? And beta is equal to 2 minus root 3. What are we expected to do? Find other zeros. Okay. So friends, see, this polynomial is given to us, biquadratic polynomial. Okay. So the question says that for this biquadratic polynomial, if two roots for this polynomial is equal to 2 plus root 3 and 2 minus root 3, find all other zeros. Okay. So if these are the roots, this signifies that x plus 2 root 3, 2 plus root 3, or okay, why do we do that way? Why not we take, but for biquadratic we do not know the relation between what I should say, this is your coefficient and roots, right? So what do we do? Yeah, you'll go that way. Okay. So x plus 2 plus root 3 and x minus 2 minus root 3 are the two factors for this polynomial. Okay. So we can write x plus 2 root 3 x minus 2 minus root 3. So this is of the form a plus b into a minus b, which is equal to a square minus b square. You remember, my friends? So a square is nothing but x square minus b square is nothing but 2 plus root 3 whole square. Correct? Let's try to do this. A plus b whole square is equal to how much? A square plus 2ab 2 into 2 into root 3 plus b square, that is equal to root 3 whole square. Anybody who did not follow this, I'll just repeat it. X square remains as it is. This is a plus b whole square. So a square plus 2ab plus b square. Sorry, b square is here. Okay. So now this gives me x square minus this is how much? 4 plus 4 root 3 plus 3. Right, friends? Let's keep it in bracket only so that the sign doesn't reverse. So x square minus 4 plus 3 7. So that is equal to 7 plus 4 root 3. Right? So yeah, am I right? 4 root 3, 4 plus 4 root 3 plus 3, 4 plus 3 7, 7 4 root 3. Okay, so our this polynomial is actually what? This is a factor for this polynomial as well, right? Okay, so now let's do a division. Okay, x raised to power 4 minus 6x cube minus 26x square plus 138x minus 35. Okay, dividing by one second, my friends. Alpha plus beta, alpha into beta. Okay, no, it's okay. So x square minus 7 plus 4 root 3. Okay. I think we can make it a little. Oh, sorry, time up. Okay. So friends, we continue with this problem in the next class. It's already 30 minutes over. Okay, we started. So till that time, whatever you have learned, those who are comfortable enough would actually try this. Okay, but any which ways, I will be giving a solution for this in the next class, which I will be taking after some 10 minutes time. Okay, so till that time we meet next. Thank you for attending the class, and be here, be happy, be safe. Let's meet up in the next class. Till then, bye. Thank you.